First, I would like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this training video on how to conduct a functional analysis. To begin, let's start by discussing what a functional analysis is and why it is important to conduct. A functional analysis identifies functional relationships through the manipulation of suspected controlling variables. A functional analysis helps to develop effective interventions to treat target behaviors. Functional analysis is frequently conducted by behavior analysts working with individuals diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and other developmental disabilities. A strength of functional analysis is that you identify functional relationships for a given behavior or behaviors. A weakness is that it is complex and you need to have control over the environment. A functional analysis enables the development of treatment in 4 ways. First, it enables the identification of antecedent conditions, that is, motivating operations and discriminative stimuli that occasion the problem behavior. Second, it specifies the source of reinforcement, whether that is social positive, social negative, or automatic. Third, it identifies maintaining reinforcers used to strengthen alternative behaviors. And finally, it enables the identification of irrelevant reinforcers and treatment components. In a standard functional analysis, there are 4 conditions: the alone or no interaction condition, the attention condition, the play or control condition, the demand condition, and if necessary, the tangible condition. The target behavior we will be focusing on in this video will be cyberbullying. The operational definition of cyberbullying is any instance of the client sending, posting, and/or sharing negative or mean comments about someone else online. The comment will usually be in response to a peer who has commented on the client's social media page, or when the peer has posted something that contradicts the client's opinion on a topic or specific area of interest. An interview was conducted with the client's mother to obtain some information regarding the client's cyberbullying behavior. The mother indicated that the client is 13 years old and has a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. The caregiver stated that the client has strong opinions on certain things, restricted interests, and lacks social skills. She just recently found out that her daughter has been engaging in cyberbullying online from a parent from school. This behavior has led to the client being bullied in school. Therefore, the function of the behavior must be determined so that an appropriate intervention plan can be implemented. The results from the FAST and the open-ended interview indicated that the hypothesized functions of the client's cyberbullying behavior may be an escape function from negative comments, an attention function from peers, an attention function from mom, and an attention function from mom and peers. Therefore, this functional analysis will consist of an escape condition from negative comments and 3 attention conditions. In the first attention condition, the client will be presented with attention from peers in the form of online comments. In the second attention condition, the client will be presented with attention from their mother if they respond to the comments left on their profile by their peers. In the third attention condition, attention will be provided by the client's mom and peers. Then, a modified control condition will be conducted in which the client will receive only positive comments and will receive full access to their social media accounts. I will now talk through each condition and how it would be implemented for this client, starting with the escape condition. During the escape condition, the peer would post a comment on the client's social media page stating that they do not like one of the client's highly preferred topics, such as Disney. If the client goes onto their social media account and responds to the comment, the peer will delete the comment from the client's social media page. This condition would be implemented to determine if the client is engaging in cyberbullying to escape from the negative comments her peers make to her online. The rationale for this condition is that the behavior only happens when the client's peers make comments on their social media pages. I will now insert a video clip of how this session will be conducted. Now we will discuss the first attention condition, the attention from peers condition. During this condition, the client would be provided with access to their computer, and the implementer would monitor whether they engage in any cyberbullying by sitting behind the client's computer at a distance. One of the child's peers would be asked to comment on the client's social media page. The comment would be an opinion that is the opposite of the client's, given this is what typically evokes the client's cyberbullying behavior. If the client engages in any negative or mean comments in response to their peer, the peer will make a follow-up comment to the client's comment. The rationale for this condition is to determine if the client's behavior is occurring because they seek a response and attention from their peers. The client normally engages in mean and or rude comments when they see their peers comment something opposite from their opinion. So this condition was conducted to determine if attention from peers was an EO for the client's cyberbullying behavior. I will now insert a video clip of how this session will be conducted. Next, a condition will be conducted to determine if the cyberbullying behavior is occurring to gain mom's attention. This would be similar to the peer's attention condition. That is, the client would be provided with access to their computer. However, during this condition, the client's mother would monitor whether the client engages in any cyberbullying by sitting behind the client at a distance. The same peer would leave a comment on the client's social media page, and the comment would be an opinion that is opposite of the client's, given this is typically what evokes the client's cyberbullying behavior. If the client engages in any mean or negative comments in response to their peer's comment, their mother will say, "Do not respond to them," and instruct the client to get off their social media platform. The rationale for this condition is to determine if the client's behavior is occurring because they are seeking a response and attention from their mother. I will now insert a video clip of how this session should be conducted.
Do not respond to those comments.
The final attention condition will be conducted to determine if the cyberbullying behavior is occurring to gain attention from the client's mom and peers. This condition will be conducted the same as the previous two attention conditions. That is, a peer will make a negative comment on the client's social media page, and the mother will be seated behind the client while the client is on their computer. If the client makes a rude comment to their peer, the peer will respond to the comment and the mother will say, "I told you not to respond to those types of comments." The rationale for this condition is to determine if the client's cyberbullying behavior is occurring to seek a response from their peers and their mother. I will now insert a video clip of how this session will be conducted.
I told you not to respond to those comments.
In a typical control condition, there are no MOs. However, this is not feasible in this case because the behavior only occurs when the client is engaging in their social media accounts online and because the peer is unlikely to continuously comment on the client's social media profile. Therefore, a modified control condition that mimics the enhanced online environment will be conducted. Any instance of the behavior would be ignored by the mom and the peers. In the modified control condition, the client would be provided with access to their computer and attention would be provided continuously from the peer's online account and mom. All comments on the client's account would be positive, such as, "Wow, this is a great post." Mom would also engage in positive comments such as, "I like what you posted." This condition will be conducted to determine if the client engaged in cyberbullying regardless of whether they were being provided attention from their peers online or their mom. I will now insert a video clip of how the session should be conducted.
Wow, that's a great post. I love what you posted.
When interpreting the results of the functional analysis graphically, there are some basic rules you should follow. First, you should identify the control condition, then you should evaluate each test condition, and finally evaluate the overall results. For social negative reinforcement, you will see greater responding during the escape condition than in the control condition, and you should see efficient responding. For attention maintained by social positive reinforcement, you will see greater responding during the attention condition than the control, and responding will be consistently higher. This is an example of what responding would look like in the attention from mom condition. In this FA, because multiple attention conditions were conducted, if you see that behavior occurs at high rates in all the attention conditions, behavior is likely maintained by attention in general. However, you may identify idiosyncratic functions if the behavior occurs at high rates only in conditions where the maintaining reinforcer is delivered. For example, if you only see that behavior is occurring at a high rate in the attention from peers condition, then the behavior is maintained specifically by attention from peers. This is an example of what responding maintained by attention from mom and peers would look like. For behavior that has multiple functions, you would see responding that is greater in 2 or more test conditions relative to the control condition. For example, you may see that behavior occurs at a high rate in the attention from mom and peers condition, as well as in the escape from negative comments condition. If this occurs, behavior is maintained by attention from mom and peers, and escape from negative comments. Lastly, if the behavior only occurs at high rates in the control condition, the function of the behavior may be highly idiosyncratic, and you may need to conduct additional test conditions. Conducting a functional analysis for the first time may seem like a daunting task, but with effective training and helpful resources, behavior analysts can successfully conduct a functional analysis and develop an effective treatment to treat target behaviors their clients may be exhibiting. Thank you so much for watching my functional analysis training video today. I hope it has helped you feel more confident in conducting a functional analysis.